Okay folks, here we go. See if I can get this done properly. This is our trolling rig that we troll Lake Pontchartrain with. Like I pointed out before, it's a 3/4 ounce jig head. And it's a matrix shad lemon drop. And then we have two trailers. Two squid trailers. And the trailers themselves are about 2 foot apart. You know, and for some reason, I don't know why, we always put the green one on the last trailer, and it seems that's where we get a lot more action that way. And usually it's not just tangled up, but you know, it's going to do it no matter what. A little slide. And like I said, normally it's not always tangled up. But these hooks, just like any other hooks, will catch everything in the way. Don't ever try to flip it like that, like I did, but it works. This is a left-hand reel. I'm not too good with that. But you see the trailers here? What happens, sometimes as they go through the water, they start spinning like this. I mean, when you're moving, it's spinning pretty quick all the way through. And what it'll do is it'll take that line and twist it up, and it'll look something like this where it's all twisted up. When that happens, you can straighten it out, but it's going to be a battle to keep that twist out. So what I started doing, last time out when we caught all them trout, I changed the tactic a little bit. And these trailers are about 2 foot apart, and the trailer from the main line is about a foot. You don't want to be too big, you won't be able to whip them in the boat. So what I started doing is, I eliminated this. I used to have a leader here. I cut that out, and I tie it directly to the eye right here. But what I'm going to do now, in an effort to minimize the spinning of the trailers and causing it to be all tangled up, I'm going to add a swivel, snap swivel. This does two things. It'll make some noise when you jerk it, number one. And two, it's going to minimize the swivels, the trailers from tangling up, twisting and tangling up. I used this all day yesterday, and it seemed to do the job. I fished one rig all day and never really got tangled up. I popped them up on the pilings, but it never twisted up. The theory is, now this can spin. You see how that's spinning up there? Instead of just staying still when spinning, you see how that spins real easily? So then what I do is I take the snap and I take it and I hook it back into the eye up here. Now I've got my jig head, I've got the snap swivel that lets the trailers twist. See how easy that twists is? And hopefully it'll minimize the tangle up. Now this rod here, T-Dot made this rod for me. He's made about 5 or 6 rods, but this is my favorite. I don't know if you can see that. That's feathers, folks. That's a speckled trout. But it's kind of flimsy. When I say flimsy, it must be caught up top. So then I come back over here, wrap it around the reel, come over here, I hook these two together. The only downside to hooking them together like this is they will bleed into one another if you have it that way for a long period. Something's got the top up top. Okay. There you go. Alright, so that's untangled now, I got these hook protectors. Put that on here. Stops from getting hooked up to everything in the boat, protects you. And I also have one for the top lure right here. So folks, from now on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a swivel up there. Even though I'm a firm believer less is best, I think that swivel is going to work. Plus it's going to make some noise when you're working it like that. So hopefully this helps you out in your endeavors to do the lake patrol. Alright folks, we're going to rig up one. This one here, I popped it on the trussels last time out. My favorite rod. T-Dot made this rod for me. I broke off 12 inches of it, so it's a little shorter rod. It's a stiff rod, and I can whip them in the boat pretty easy. But to start out with, we got the trailers, the two trailers. The green trailer, B2 squid, the orange trailer. Green trailer goes in the bottom, orange one goes up top. We got the 3/4 ounce jig heads. We got the number 4 gold hook, red hooks. I buy them online by the hundreds. We got my little swivel here, that I just started doing. And sometimes I have problems getting the line through these squids. So I got this little needle here. Works perfect. It also helps when you're doing your bait casting and you want to get it through that eye from the on the reel. Put it in there, slide it through there, bingo, it's over with. There's my trailers. Now, my main lure, it goes on the 3/4 ounce jig head. You could use any one of the Matrix Shad products, colors, that all works. I've got a 15-pound leader that I'm joining everything together. So what it's going to look like, it's going to look like this. You're going to have a hook here, 2 foot down. You're going to have a hook here, 2 foot down. You're going to have a pink trail on the bottom one, a green one on the top one. And that's what it's going to look like. And you're going to have this swivel that's going to tie back into this top eye here, and that's going to make everything go. This could take me maybe 8 to 10 minutes to rig one of them. So what we do is I rig a bunch of them and wrap them up in paper towels. So if I ever got to change it out in the field, it makes it a lot easier, saves a lot of knots. I got a bunch of them in here already made up. But here's a different color. This is purple haze. You want to try purple haze. I got a few other colors, but this is my lure right here. I use that lure. Tight line, trolling, Lake Pete troll, Oak River troll. That's my lure. Anyway, let me put this thing together. So I'm somewhat already pre-rigged this, but here's the swivel, and that's going to attach to the eye of the 3/4 ounce jig head. Just got to make sure when you put it on there that the swivel itself is locked. It's hooked back up in here. If you leave it open, a big fish is going to bend it. This is the top trailer. This is the hook for the top trailer. The top trailer line comes off the top of the hook to that trailer. The bottom trailer comes off that same hook, and I pin it down to where it's down this way, and it runs to the back trailer. Once you do that, you can either slide these down to where the hook itself is buried in the trailer. I don't know if you can see that, but then you got to play with it and get it where it looks kind of like, there you go, something like that. See how? So that's natural. So that's the top trailer. The bottom trailer, same thing. You got to slide it through. You got to bury that hook, and you got to work on the feelers and get it where it looks pretty decent. See, it's not even. It's kind of crooked now. Just got to keep playing with it. It'll get it. Sometimes when you pull it through, it'll lock and tails up in there. But see, that's pretty good. So now I'm ready to go, folks. I got my trailer. 1 foot, 1 foot. When I'm fabricating, I got a 2 foot mark here. I use that pretty much to get the distance of the trailers. Then I just take the swivel here, open it up, put it on the head. And then I need to make sure that it's locked. Right there, make sure it's locked. It's ready to go. All I got to do is tie this on the main line now. Put my little deal here back in on here. I'm ready to go. But you don't want to do that in the boat. You want to do, you don't want all those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to do 5 knots in the boat. It takes a while. And you're out there and you're in the trout, man, you don't want to be doing that. So I got extra poles. And as they tangle up or get popped, I just go to the next pole. If not, I got these already made up. All I got to do is pull these out, hook the swivel right there, I'm back in action. Like I said, this little jewel here, this little needle here works pretty good. When you got to fish your line, sometimes it's a little hard, but also when you're doing you're running your line through here, you put it through here, loop it through, go through that eye, pull it through, and you're done. I'm sitting here trying to fish it through that eye. It takes forever. But anyway, that's how it is, folks. I'm going to start doing about maybe 5 extras like this, so when I hit the water, I don't have to worry about trying to redo everything.